Okay, just a little refresher. I know you've done this stuff before, but just some of this will be a quick refresher. When you do, say you're adding up some different decimals, okay? When you want to add or subtract decimals, what's the main thing you just gotta remember? What do you do? Yes, you're right, Brian. Keep that, line up that decimal. So we would do 0.003, 2.1, 5. It's going to go over there, and then 0.02. So make sure, and here I'm not setting a good example here. Let me get this more lined up. Make sure that your decimals line up. Okay. So yeah, just a quick reminder.
1, 2, 3.
Now, when you're doing stuff like multiplying and dividing, so say if I were to do this, well, let's just do two numbers. That'll be a little bit. So this is in two, this is actually, we're doing these two sections today. I want to take something like, and I know a lot of, I'm going to try and skip as much as I can the stuff that you can just type in on a calculator. Because I know, you know, maybe a calculator on your phone even. So when you're in the store, you may not, you probably won't need to figure this stuff out by hand. You can maybe just type it in on your phone, or if you have a calculator. But it's helpful still when we talk about percents and stuff. I want you to know about decimals, and then tomorrow we're going to talk more about place value. Just so that you, when you multiply stuff, you're multiplying the right things together. If you were doing a sale, and let's say something is 30% off, okay? Let's say you're going to buy a shirt. The shirt is $15, and it's 30% off. How would you figure that out? Let me just write this 30% off sale. Joshua? Jason? No talking right now, just listen. Say it again, Joshua. Okay, so if you take okay, so now when we do, okay, hold on just a minute. When we do 0.30, and say if I just do 0.3, let me just make it a little small. I'm just going to get rid of the 0, make it just 0.3. Write that again there. One thing that's nice with multiplying decimals, how many decimal places am I going to have in my answer? How do you know? When you're multiplying, the number of decimal places in your answer will match the number of decimal places in your original problem. So that's a little handy thing that you can kind of check your work a little bit. So I'll write that down so you can put that in your notes. The number of decimal places in your answer Yes. Now, how that kind of helps, so if I'm going to take 15 times 0.3, so if I do that, 15, 1, 3, 1, 4. Okay, so we get 45. And how many decimal places did we need again? Just one, so it's 4.5. Now, how do we use that? Again, Joshua, if you finish it up, how would you figure out then what the sale price is? Minus that from $15. So $10.50 would be the sale price. Take $15, say you're buying a shirt for $15. You subtract off $4.50. That's the amount that you save. And so $10.50, that's the sale price. Yes. Ben. I just multiplied these two together. I should have written that there. Thanks. Okay. Now, if I were going to multiply, before I go on, anybody know a little shortcut you can do to figure out the sale price? Has anybody ever done it a different way? A faster way? And if you're multiplying it out on your phone, what would be a faster way to do it? To figure out 30% off. What if you're going to pay $10.50 for that shirt, the $10.50, what percentage of the price are you paying for? Yes. Good, Brian, right? It was 100% would be the whole thing. You just pay the original price. It was a 30% off sale. So there's 70% left that you have to pay for. So we'll talk about this more later in the year too, but a quick little shortcut is you can just take 15 times 0.7. For 70%. Because you're actually paying for 70%. So 5 times 7 is 35. I need one decimal place, so there's my $10.50. That's a little faster. It's a little trick you can use. Okay. Now, you guys, if you were going to do this multiplication problem, like I said, I know you could just type it in, but what would be, how many decimal places are you going to have in your answer? 4, right? You want the total, this is what I was talking about when we wrote this in our, let me go back a second. This is what I was talking about over here. The number of decimal places in your answer will match the number of decimal places in the original problem. So if you have 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places, you got to have 4 decimal places in your answer. So let's just multiply. I'm going to have you do, guys, we're going to do a few of these today just by hand because I want you to understand with the decimal place. We're going to use a lot with place value and stuff. So See if you can do this. Do this by hand and see what you get.
Oh, these are stuck.
Okay, don't type. I don't want. Don't type it on your calculator.
Don't. Oh. Knock it off, guys. I'll get angry at you.
Actually, yep. I think that looks good. Did you get anything?
7.5.
You're close, but we need to remember. We need to have 4 decimal places. So, Steve? 0.0075. So we do the 5 times the 3. 0, 1, 0. Okay. Bring down. Put a 0. 2 times 3 is 6. 0, 0. Okay. It's a little different from addition and subtraction. You don't have to line up the decimals. How did you do it, Steve?
I just did I took out all those zeros you had in the front. All I did put 75. Went behind the 5 and I went 4 spaces up.
So you just, what did you do for the original multiplication problem?
I did 0.003 times 2.5, and for the 15, I didn't have that extra 0, and for the 60, I didn't have those 2 zeros in front.
Okay.
I just added them at the end when I went over.
Sure. So Steve's kind of getting at, I don't know, what you can do if you want is you can just do it like a normal multiplication problem. Just do like 25 times 3.
Yep.
Get 75. You know you need 4 decimal places. So just put them in there. Okay. That's what you can do too. All right. Now, what if you were doing, let me number these here. So this is example 1, example 2. Oops, going the wrong way. What if you're doing something like this? This you can actually do faster. I want to show you a little trick today too. That's you'll be faster than your calculator or
No.
whatever you're using. Yep.
It's not very good.
Anybody know what the answer to that one is?
Yep.
Yeah, I do. I know.
Steve?
2.380.
No.
Oh, yeah, 23.8. Yeah, 23.8.
Good job. And you could say the 0 on the end if you wanted to, but let me give you a really hard one here.
Really hard one, you call it a
5.6. Good job, Joshua. Or okay, let's really mix it up here. Good job, Carrie. 321.6. Okay.
No, 0.1 or 0.7.
0.7. Good, Zach. So if you see a power of 10, you wouldn't even want to bother with your calculator. I mean, you can, but you can just move that decimal because it's set up with we'll talk more, like I said, tomorrow about place value. but the place values are set up with powers of 10. Okay? Now it also works if you're doing something like let me just write down 3 examples, and I'll have you guys say them out loud. Mm-hmm. Let me write that a little better. So just raise your hand if you can give the answer. That way we'll give everybody a chance. Zach, the number 7 there.
No, point.
Okay, this one. Tia? Ryan? Brian? Okay, that's a track. It's much faster than your calculator. You just see that, you just move the decimal. Okay. But I do want you to be able to do division even without your calculator. So let's just practice 2 of those. Okay. So this will be example 10 and 11. These are the last 2. Oops. Let's just do okay. Now, we don't have powers of 10, so we can't really, just do them in our head that quick. So let's write these out. 25 divided by 0.005. 25 is going to be divided up. What do you got to do to work this one out, Zach?
You gotta put the decimal over so it's a whole number.
Good job. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. So I'm going to change it to be 25,000 divided by 5. So 5 goes into 25 5 times. I'm going to put 3 more zeros on there, so 5,000. Okay. Just stop me too if I'm going too fast. Let's take a look at this one. So in order to make this a whole number over here, I got to move it how many places? 2. And you just got to always kind of think of these 2 as being connected. If you move one, you got to move the other one. You got to move it the same number of places. So if you move it 2 places, you could also move this one 2 places, and I'll just add a 0. So 1. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys some time to work here. These are the ones that I want you to do. On page, oops. So you guys, I'm not going to give you that many of them. So I want you to do them without a calculator. Okay? If it is, keep an eye out for, there's some power of 10 ones stuck in there. So if it's a power of 10, those you can do in your head and just write the answer down. Okay? So I want you to do on page 54, I want you to do 15 to 20 all. On pages 58 and 59. Is it all on 58? Okay, I didn't look real close. Okay. So on page 58, I just want you to do the exercises. Okay. Now, you guys, when you look on page 58, it, for like 5 to 13, it says find each product. And then it says estimate and compare to see if it's reasonable. I'm going to let you skip that. Just find the product. Just find the answer. Just practice the multiplication and the division. Okay? So I'm going to give you some time to work on that. If you guys need to go to the bathroom or get a drink, you can go ahead now. Just 2 people at a time. So when they get back, though, you can go. Thanks for waiting. Thank you. I'm going to stop that.